Yo everyone, it is top decks time, and I know everyone's pretty busy today, me included, so I'm gonna try and make it quick. Got meat to grind, some people got, I think, some Genshin impacts to play. And yeah, so we're gonna go through some of these decks really quickly. We're gonna speed run at least through all the Bs, except Barret, or yeah, even the Barrows. We're gonna speed run through all of them, because we know a lot of the decks. Tomorrow, I think English gets their set 2, so we don't have to separate EN and JP anymore, which is great. I don't have to make more tabs. If you saw my tabs, I'm pretty sure some of you will be super triggered, right? Super triggered. And yeah, there's no Kelvin bot today. I'll try and get it fixed up by next week. So let's just jump right into it. So we're gonna start off a bit differently. We're gonna start off with the big meta dogs of the set. That is Bruce and Bastion. So we're gonna start off with Bruce. Here we can see, I'm gonna actually just go through these really quickly. I'm gonna point out stuff that might be bad, like this one. He's only running 3 Leonard. Sorry, man. Next list. That's just how fast it's gonna be. Right? That's just how fast it's gonna be. Second list, nice mat, 4 Leonards. This is a 4 Leonard only build, I think. Yeah, so he's trying to stuff in some Mabels. Pretty cool. Here, Colossus. Nah, see you later, mate. This is a really standard build. 2 Eden, standard build, 2 Acrobat. Yeah, I think it's pretty similar to the one I posted. I actually, yeah, I did post the a deck for every archetype for set 2 yesterday, so you can go check that out. This one's very similar, except the trigger lineup I think is I think even the trigger lineup is pretty much the same. It's like, I think it's like 5 crit 4 front, but with draws as well. So you know, people are still wanting to run draws, which I think is correct. Here's another meta Bruce deck, and yep, no Colossus, very good. This one running 7 fronts. The trigger lineup here, you basically mean anything. No, actually, why is he running that? Yeah, the trigger lineup can basically be anything. Just see what you like. We've seen everything, right? This is the first time we've seen 7 fronts. Usually I see like 7 draws, right? Or 7 crits is good too. Cool. Yeah, pretty standard. Nice. I see no Colossus. I like. It's good times. This one, no Colossus, good 4 Edens, gone straight up to 4 Edens, sacrificing the Acrobat Presenter. You're gonna see sometimes if you're not running Acrobat Presenters as much, you might get into some soul issues with the Bruce, like your second Bruce stand, or maybe even your third one. Your Leonard has to start like capitalizing on hitting multiple cards in a column and not calling things out in order to keep up your soul charge. So just keep that in mind. One thing to note when you're playing the deck. And here is this guy's running. This guy's running weird stuff. What? Where's the Marjories? Is this like a... Okay, well, this is definitely not standard, right? He's got Colossus. I don't know why. Well, I can kind of understand why, because Marjorie does go through the deck a bit more, but it's just so good, right? It's just so good. So, but then he's running the PR, which I just think is not very good. And this is just kind of all over the place. Maybe lenders are too expensive. I don't know. It's like, yeah, this isn't a very good list. I feel like there's just not enough value. It's a bit all over the place. Against the more streamlined decks, Bruce deck's just gonna bash you so hard you're basically just like a flailing fish. All right, this one is, yeah, pretty standard. Good stuff. Good old Bruce. Here, 2 Eden Bruce, pretty standard. Draws at end fronts again, or 4 draw. Cool. Or 3 draw. One over trigger. Again, if you saw yesterday's video, you'll see that I've also started playing the Dark States over trigger over just the Cray Elemental one. So yeah, this guy's running the 20k shield. I didn't talk that much about the 20k shields, but I do think 20k shields are all right if you can manage to stuff them in. If you can find space. This guy's sacrificed. Well, he's got 2 Acrobat in here, but he's kind of, you don't have Edens, right? If you don't have Edens, you have space to put in a few more extra cards. Here is just not you. See you later. Next list. Here is just a 4 Eden list. 4 Eden list, pretty rare nowadays. But yeah, you see he's had to sacrifice 1 Acrobat Presenter. And then now we're moving on to VG top decks. So Merwin, peak yellow gacha, perfect streak from start to end. He went undefeated. So DVG, so it's Vanguard size standard. Nice. Round 1, Bastion, win. Round 2, Prison, win. Round 3, Bruce, win. Round 4, Orfist, win. Round 5, Bastion, win. And round 6, Nirvana, win. Alright, so he didn't have to play any Bruce mirrors and Swiss. How good is that? And then top 8 was Bastion, which is a win. Then top 4 was the round 5 is Bastion, which is also another win. All right, that's cool. And then round 4 is Orfist, which is a win for the final. So I don't know, where did all the Bruce go? Where's the Bruce? Right? Were you the only Bruce player? What's going on? Shout outs to Ram Fan Club for their continuous support behind the scenes, and also to Josh Liu 2208 and Xeno Storms for playtesting me at 2 a.m. Yeah, okay, good stuff, man. You did good. Came first, got the dubs. But yeah, again, I have to ask, where did the Bruces go, man? Where did the Bruces go? Did you guys all have like a thing where, how about we all don't play Bruce? And then you did just, then you brought Bruce like all according to plan, baby. Good job, man. Good job. Coming first. Marcel Co. Yeah. Divungus standard. He did all right. He made top 8. Did pretty decently, operating on 3 hours of sleep with no practice in D for the past 3 weeks. So yeah, 4th place. Pretty good. Yeah, Bruce, very strong, very good. He's decided to stay with the old barrier instead, and 3 hell dives, 2 Edens. Okay, all right, that's pretty nice. Gungarams though, is that a Gungaram? That's 2 Gungarams, right? Don't people take this card out now? Because it's not that needed. I mean, if you wanted, you could just play more acrobat presenters. He's got a Mabel here as well. I mean, pretty sneaky. Yeah. Okay, so overall, he finished as a top 8, but really wanted that plot. Okay, so I guess he made top 8 in 4th place for Swiss. So, well, good job, man. Still good. Top 8 is still good. You know, get a top decks. Good job, man. Then we got Clay. All right, Clay with the Discord tournament. First place was Bruce, which was Hoshino 12. Second was Amatsuki with Bastion. Third was Asakura with Bruce, and 4th was Magnolia. Cray with Magnolia, and keep fighting, fist bump. Yeah, this is the first Bruce deck, Hoshino's Bruce deck. Yeah, I can dig it. It's got the concepts. 3 hell dives, able to fit that in. Edens, able to fit that in 2. Good. No Colossus. All right. Sacked 1 Protoball, but if you know, it's not about the Protoball's your backup plan. Hell dive is your main plan, boy. So yeah, that's works out pretty well. Second, Amatsuki's Bastion. Oh, he's running Rafelsos, and I mean that's the spice, I guess. It's a spice. And then 3rd place we've got Asakura with Bruce, just pretty standard Bruce, it looks like. Yep, no Colossus, already doing good. And then 4th was Cray with Magnolia. Ooh, I like Magnolia. This isn't the Magnolia I like though. I like the Ursula combo with the Coochies, but this one's running it's kind of like a lot of the old cards, the old Magnolia stuff, adding in just some the Minars. I feel like you'd want to run 4 of that just because it's just such a strong card. You always want to see it. But you know, he's still got the 4 Dogas, 4 Mantis. So kind of like, I feel like this is kind of like a transition deck between the first set and the second set. But Wild Intelligence looks like, yeah, he's maxed it out. Wild Intelligence, amazing card. No Gunosaurus though. It's kind of strange, but yeah, that's pretty nice. Good job. And then last we got Nick Jack 23 Deuce Remote Fight Server Tournament. First place was David Stati with Dark States Bruce. Yeah, okay. No Colossus. I dig that. Good job. Second was I'm sorry if I butcher this name. Kairu Rizal Alfath with Brandgate Seraph. 3 turquoise, really? Only 3 turquoise? I feel like it's a 4er, man. But he's still got the... Yeah, I think you should just sack an old man for a turquoise, because I feel like turquoise will hit 15 anyway. So, yeah, just try that one out. Then 3rd place got Neil with the Baromagnes. So, actually, since you're here, I can't feature you later, so no Baromagnes deck. Nah, I'll still be. Baromagnes deck, yeah. I think this might be the only one you see for set 2. Which is unfortunate, but you know, you still got most of the old Baru stuff. So yeah, good job, Neil. All right, moving on to the next meta dog, and that is Bastion. All right, Bastion. I think this is literally the most boringest upgrade in set 2. Again, you know, form ups and fronts. You're done. All right, you're set. All right, it's pretty standard. Standard as hell. I mean, yes, you can sack 1 form up for comments, or you can sack like as many of these for the other order as you want, because this doesn't require 4 grade 3 rear guards. not to pull off the effect. So it means you just need a front row, and it just works. Don't need to solo anything. So it's still pretty good, and you know, counterblast can be refunded with facade. This guy's only running 3, so yeah, it's fine. It's fine on this, but the rest of it is just standard. Standard as hell, mate. Standard, very standard. This guy's got only 2 cocks, which is all right. You can sacrifice some of them because generally in some of your matchups you don't want to commit so hard. But he's actually playing Prideful Dragons and Refalsos. I don't know, this feels like a week 1 build. Alright, it feels like a week 1 build where people are still testing on, do I like Prideful Dragon? Or do I like Refalsos? And yeah, but it's alright, it's okay. 3-4 months. Alright, cool. Next is standard Bastion. Alright, standard Bastion. Next, ooh, this guy got the top A mat. This is from Japan, by the way, so these mats seem like they're well liked. Bastion, straight up Bastion, very standard, extremely standard, big standard. Again, here's another one. This way has 1 Refalsos. That's something that we've kind of been seeing. Is that the high roll angel, the one where if you trigger it from a drive, you can call it into an empty spot? Because I guess like I don't know. I feel like that's not very. He's also running is that a TD card? Okay. Yeah. Next list. All right. Very standard list here again. For a 4-order list. Here, not so standard. This guy's gone the full pridey. All right. Well, not the full pridey. He's 3/4 of the way there. Respectable. All right. He decided to change it up for a Falsos, for the mega boost. Prideful for the draw. Still got the Alden, so that doesn't mean he's like playing a budget deck. This guy's got the bling. All right. The super bling. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. This requires you to dedicate a whole field to the board. But luckily, if you have Refalsos, you don't need that many Dark Strains, which means just Soul can be used for like things like Prideful Dragon. So, well, I guess fun. It's fun. You can give this a try, I think, if you're getting bored of just a standard Bastion deck. And then we've got another, probably standard, looks pretty standard. Yeah, standard Bastion deck. Here, another, got 2 Refalsos. I've seen like, yeah, if you've seen the Japanese tournament list, we saw some people just run 1 Refalsos in the deck, and I think that's fine. You know, you can randomly put it out and get a huge column, but you know, even 2, I think it's still fine if you can find space for it. Really, like what, cut 1 Dark Strain and 1 Cockapeel, fine. Cut 1 of the orders as well, that's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Then we got another one here. Is just a very standard list, and this one is also looking some pretty bling though. The bling standard list. I mean, if your deck is so full hollow, I can understand why you wouldn't want to change the deck at all. All right, and then here, very standard too, very standard Bastion. Now we've got some VG top decks again. We got Rose Velvet's AGC Remote Fight Tournament deck used Bastion, placing 3rd. Good job. This is the rich one. This is another bling bling DSR one. Yeah, so let's see why, man. Looks good. I like these DSRs. The next DSR's coming up even nicer, right? Even nice. Please. Perfect. People who don't like them, I don't know. It's their choice. It's their choice, man. More for me, but I can't afford it. Good job, Rose. Coming 3rd. Good times. I think, yeah, wait, hang on. Round 3, Lost vs Nirvana, double heal plus 6 damage heal. Playing a 9 damage game, eh? No wonder. Then we've got Caesar cards. This is, first place was Jace with Bastion, second place was Mr. Ong with Magnolia, third place was Zenon Storm with Bastion, and fourth place was Gavriel with Hexaorb. So yeah, nice, very holographic. I like, and playing the 1 Refalsos that we've been seeing in these tournaments. Looks like he's maybe testing it out. Pretty good. Good job. This is the it's a Magnolia. This would be Mr. Ong's deck, right? With the Magnolia. He's running 2 of the Nectar, I've seen. This is with the Zorga Riotings. Okay, so yeah, you can understand why you're running more orders. Normally it's just like Wild Intelligences if you're just running pure, you know, with a couple of extras. You can kind of you can like use Wild Intelligence like kind of early to try and mill things if you have a CB, but yeah, I think it's alright. I think it's okay. Is this a hidden tech? Is this hidden tech, man? Well, he's got one of the pirates as well that pops out from the damage zone. If you run Zorgnolia and you're running more orders, you can like run one of this, which is just like basically a free body, right? Soul Blast 1, bind an order, and let it pop it out. So I think it's pretty good. So good job, Mr. Ong. Third place, the Den Storm with Bastion. Well, two pridefuls, all right, okay. I want to see more pridefuls, right? Make Bastion lists interesting again, all right? Right now, they're just too same. And then they didn't do fourth place, so unfortunate. And then we've got Angmo Lang. I don't know why. This guy's tweets keep on getting ignored by the hashtag. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Maybe his hashtag is using the wrong like language font or something. I don't know. Yeah, he's got this Vanguard D standard list, and he came top 8. Good deck, didn't sack hard enough. Yep, that's pretty much it. You need more prideful dragons, man. Make my life interesting. He's got a whole ton. Whoa, they record everything, man. They record the whole list. And there is a question. Wow, who is that handsome? Is that GG Mon? Is that him? He's got a big grin. It's got a big grin, man. Look at that. All right, I think this is Neil's deck. We saw it before. I think, yes, I'll feature it again because you are the only Baromagnes today, probably. So good job, Neil. You are the only one. You are the only one. Well, at least for set 2. Maybe next week when the English boys come in, we're gonna see a lot more Baromagnes. But yeah. Third at Juice Extra Mode 5 tournament. My luck has definitely not been good with me this week. We'll strive to do better. Third is not bad, man. Third is not bad. I'm quite happy with this version of Barrow. Might add another Gungan or Expeller. A shout out to the team around fan club for the support. Another Gungan. I thought people take out the Gungans right now, man. But I can understand adding another Expeller. Expellers should be pretty decent. All right, moving on. We've got Nirvana. So this is a Japanese Nirvana list. No Valientes. I think Valiente is the card to start removing from your decks. I would rather play Virina over Valiente. This guy's also got that Kizan Rage tech just to be able to lock down columns, get the extra tie, play mind games with them. You know, it's not just chess. It's like 3D chess, except it's with 2D cards. I go, well, yeah. It's pretty. I think it's a pretty interesting card, and maybe we'll see like variants with like Max Aruna, like combos of the Kizan Rage. We'll see. Next week, English. Show me your decks. Next, another one. This guy is running 2 Valiente. Then having the 3 Aruna. Yeah, so pretty good. Why did the null look so weird? Perfect God looks really weird. I do think 3 Virina is the correct play. I think that's the correct number, the nice number to be. So pretty nice. And then here we have another Virina list. It's got the weird side. 3 Valientes. Really maxed out that Valiente slots and 2 Virinas, 2 Renus. Myron is not a popular card. They're definitely, I think Togashi Rashi is just a way better soul charge engine than Myron, because Myron doesn't really hit any good numbers as well. So I don't agree with this. You know, like 3 Togashi Rashi, 1 more Runa, and I think the deck is pretty good, right? Next is this guy went full Valientes, dude. This is Saram. All right, Saram. Overdress special SP pack tournament deck used defensive Nirvana. He's going to use the same thing for the Vanguard tournament. Let's just look at what happened at the Vanguard tournament. So he used the same deck. He came 4th, right? So 1 against Nirvana, Bruce, then lost to Orfist, then 1 against Bruce, Bastion. And top 8 lost 1 against Bastion, then lost to Orfist, double crit, and then lost to a Bastion. So yeah, 4th. It's time to take a break from TCL. Yeah, it's okay. You know, you don't need to force yourself to play. But yeah, 4 Valiente, really? It's a lot of Valientes, man. 4 Valiente. Basically, only Tenchestead as the boost, it seems, and 2 Virinas. But you know, I guess the defensive build comes from the 15k shield here. So okay, that's an interesting take on the list. It serves you well as well. And then we've got some Overlords, right? Overlord. I think this list has been popping up quite a bit. You know, just on 15k beaters, just for extra attacks, and then as many defensives as you want. Of course, some people just forget all the defensives. Like this guy doesn't run defensive orders at all. Just adds more cards, more Tenchesteads, more 50k beaters, more Tribash. My favorite dinosaur. All right, that's where you find the space. So it's up to you. I know, like, there's just 2 thoughts, right? Fill in your spots with defensive cards and start grinding your opponent with 4 attacks, or just run more annoying pressure cards, right? So be interesting to see what really takes off. This is Gritchu's deck. Third place at last week's AGC tournament with Overlord. Looking forward to playing him at this week's Vanguard Singapore for D standard. Good job. Good job. Wonder how he went, man. Wonder how you went. So next we have Touken Ranbu. This is the only one. This is the Persona Ride deck. Maybe I should do more research into this deck since it's coming out in English, but it's coming out in English at like next year or something, so it might not be relevant. On the other hand, Monster Strike is also coming out this week, and apparently I've seen people's takes on that deck, and they think it's really good. So we might be seeing a lot of Monster Strike next week, on top of the hopefully lots of English takes. But yeah, that's it. That's it for Touken Ranbu. Moving on, boys, we have some Hexaorb. Now, there's some pretty interesting Hexaorb takes here. You see the four of the Lepistos coming back. All right, still see Fasados, heavy grade 3 count. I think you kind of have to run heavy grade 3 counts with this deck, just because the possibility of you getting a Keta over trigger and then just profiting off that and automatically winning is just insane. And although you might say it's the one in the deck, man, your ride chain does help you do that. You have a lot of tools that help you dig triggers. So I think, you know, this is a great choice. You do have more countercharging tools as well that aren't awful, like this mage, sorceress, or you know, weird hat girl. She can countercharge as well. So having the counterblast too, although it's steep, it's still kind of doable, still okay. Your other slots don't really use that much counterblast as well. It's mainly the soul. So yeah, overall I think this is a pretty good take. It adds extra attack value, attack power to the deck, which should be pretty good. That's kind of what it lacks. And I do like, you know, just not playing Capaldo, right? I think Capaldo is just, it's like a bit overrated. It's a bit overrated, right? So I kind of like these. I think Hexaorb has some potential after Bruce and Bastion, because they're just the best decks. But Hexaorb, unfortunately, Hexaorb starts with H, so that could be a reason why it's not as strong. The next Hexaorb here we see is, yeah, pretty similar to the previous one, except running way more of the Painkiller Angel. The previous one wasn't running any, so that's where all the slots went to. He's not running any Fasados, any of the countercharger grade 3, so it's kind of a shame. I think you still want to run like either one, because you are running Lepisto. So it's got a pretty heavy counterblast, right? And then lastly is another one here. You can see this is a pretty decent grade 3 crown, right? You know, 4 Fasado, 3 Lepisto, so hasn't gone full crazy mode yet, but you know, still able to fit in the Painkiller. Also have the Wine, and yeah, so just being able to fit in everything good. So we can, this guy has a lot of the Dragon, well, it is the Dragon Empire. They've got, yeah, they've got those Vanguard 0 crits. Looking nice, man. Looking nice. Alright, next we have Magnolia, and this is the Irregulars combo. I like it. I don't know. I like this combo. It's just so kind of, it breaks all the rules, right? That's why I like it. Coochies, elephants, Irregulars, bam. I think it's pretty cool, right? And I think it's kind of standard, you know, high draw counts, you know, wild intelligence is amazing. The rest of the deck kind of just build itself, so pretty good. And then the last Magnolia deck we're going to see today is actually a Zorgnolia. I think both decks are doing quite well. It just depends on what you think is better. You're able to add in more orders here, but this guy's actually running Regurgitation, which is pretty interesting, adding that retire power. Also able to fit in like Irregulars and Kuchi into the same deck, but it means like, you know, you can resurrect them from the drop zone as well. And that should be a Nectar. Is it Nectar of Sensations? What's just the plus power crit guy. Also running 2 of the shooters from the three. So basically trying to get as much free bodies as well, and then use Irregulars with Kuchi and the elephant, especially the Irregulars elephant combo, trying to abuse and make soul charging columns to make everything free. So I think that's an interesting take on the list. So both Magnolia lists pretty cool. Then we got Zorga. It's just running one Kuchi, right? I guess he's still a 15k booster. If you boost the Vanguard with a Kuchi, that's hitting 28 by itself. Normally, when you boost with like the zombie, you're hitting like 13. It's like 26. With a Grief, that's like 36. Like, oh, okay, it's big, but it's not too big. It's not big, right? But with the Kuchi, you hit the number, you're hitting 38. That is a big, right? That's a big right there. So yeah, that's pretty. I think this random one-off tech that you can just kind of, it's good to have, and when you do have it, you can just call out. I think that's pretty decent. you can see he's running no regurgitation. I like running no regurgitation. Well, no, he's running 1 regurgitation. That was what I was saying, like, before in my previous deck build. Is like 2 regurgitation. I think that's the standard, but I still think it could be a bit too much. 2 regurgitation doesn't give power. It does retire, but it really depends on the metagame as well. You know, if your opponents is all Bastions, your regurgitation again is not that good. You have to retire your own thing. So yeah, it's got its problems. The one thing here is he's got a lot of the power pumps here. I like just grief. I like using grief plus something to plus my field and spreading the power. Of course, this can like make some columns really big, put crit pressure and things like that. So I can see why you want to run it, but personally, like, it's free as well. It's free as well, which is another big thing. But it just, your space is kind of limited. I feel like I want to run other stuff, but it's definitely, I think that there's basically people in 2 camps. One people like running that, and one people, well, people, not one people, but people like running that, or people don't like running it. So. He's not running any sharks though, which is interesting. I think sharks are kind of what a lot of people think is really good. And then we've got Rika here. After going through more than 20 different Zorga lists, I finally win my local with Zorga. Good job, mate. Even though Bruce is my confidence matchup. Really? Really? I want to be confident facing Bruce. I haven't faced a single one for the whole month at my local. Man, all right. So, I don't know, man. I feel like when you're playing Zorga, you're hitting Bruce numbers, but Bruce gets 5 attacks and you get 3. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Bruce is just has probably no bad matchups, I guess. At worst, it's just a 50-50, but yeah. But overall, no, this only 3 Hendrina, really. That's interesting. That's interesting. I still feel you want to resolve one Agni, right? So I feel like you want to run 4 for this to always see it, but you know, he's running. I like the extra grade 3 tech. Because with regurgitation and things like that, I like that. I like that extra tech. And then the rest of it, I think the auto lineup. So I think the auto lineup overall is starting to be fleshed out pretty well. Again, he's not running the Nectar power pump thing, but he's running Ghost Chase. And I know people are like wondering, do I still run Ghost Chase? Do I still not run Ghost Chase? So there's people on both sides of the camp, but I feel like this is a solid auto lineup. The only thing again I'd probably think of is like getting rid of one of these. So yeah, good job, man. Good job. Good thing that you finally found a list you like, man. Finally found a list you like. All right, so we have Orfist as well. Orfist. I don't know why this is so scuffed. This is yeah, this picture is so low quality. Again, low. Is it Corroding Moonlight? Eroding Moonlight? I think they finally settled a name, but usually the English names always kind of different. But yeah, this is just a straight up Orfist list. Nothing really special with it. Right, normally we'd see something like the World Search or Istolate, but this one doesn't even run that. It's just this is it. It's just a very normal deck. Does something well. That's it. All right, so Thumberinos, Alviderd. That's all I need. 4 Bobelmeans. Bobelmeans are actually important. Counter charge, but also be able to get yourself off the field so you don't get wrecked by Leonard. Yeah, is that 3 Cubidia? I feel like you don't need that anymore. You don't need that many copies of Cubidia. But all right, cool. Next we have. This is at least a high quality picture. High quality picture. He's running 1 World Searcher and 2 Istolate, but he's running 9 Wells. I feel like we're running 9 Wells. Might as well just bump this up to like 4. Overall, when I tried Istolate, it really didn't do that much. So it's not a card that I really care about, to be honest. So maybe you can give it a go and see how you guys like it. But personally, for me, I'd rather run the World Searcher just to kind of dig and kind of get more ties that way, or get more draws, right? More hand filter. Next, we have kind of a more defensive build with 3 of the energy recharges. That's what they're called, right? Basically, CB1, get defensive power. So defensive build, but the rest of it is pretty standard. We're actually seeing a bit more Orfists than normal. Usually everyone was on the pigeon train. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. This is the 4 World Searcher. It's also got the 3 counter charger as well. This is very similar to the list I posted, right? Is it exactly the same? Huh. It's also got the one Moonlight here, 1 Eroding or Corroding Moonlight. Because again, you search it. You search this 1 copy. If it's already in your hand, search for something else. You're set, right? Easy deck. Next of Orfist is, I think it's nearly the same deck as before, except he cut like one of these retire orders. He's able to fit in another recharger there. He's running 4 fronts. Now, one thing with Brandgate is I feel like your deck is already defensive enough you don't need to run 4 fronts, because I would rather get more crits. There's a lot of times when you get into situations where your opponent has to crit to win because your power lines are so big, or you triggered a Nova trigger and you're like, bam, you know, I wish I had more crit or things like that. So personally, I like going 8 crit and 3 front instead of like 4 front and 7 crit, which is like kind of the new fad at the moment. Just running the extra fronts, but I like running the extra crit. So otherwise, pretty standard list, I guess. Like this Orfist is getting pretty standard. Okay, so we got Merwin again, and he's reposting this to add some names. Here's a 2nd and 3rd place deck list for Vanguard ID standard yesterday, since 1st and 4th were already posted. So 2nd was Orfist, run by Ratters Tai Long, and yeah, okay, this looks like a pretty old build of Orfist. You know, he's still got the old column attacker here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's kind of better value cards you can run. Even the grade 3 where you can like retire a Shadow Army token to draw is like pretty good. Or even more counter charge or defensive options, right? I feel like this is just kind of a waste of slot, but it's all right. He came 2nd, right? He came 2nd, so he must be doing something right. And then 3rd place we have Bastion. So this is played by Von / Brian, I guess. And this is a pretty standard list with the two Rafael cells here. So, all right, good job, boys, doing well. And then lastly for Orfist, we have Rose Velvet again. This is the standard remote fight, and the champion was Kentacore, playing Orfist. So congratulations. Went with the Islate tech. Can't really see what the grade 3 is. It covered. But overall, the rest of it, he's running through Moonlight, 3 Moonlights. Pretty heavy. I feel like after your grade 2, when you're on Orfist, you don't need to play the corroding Moonlight anymore, because what you get 3 for CB2. It's pretty much it. And then if you, depending on what kind of counter charge is running, it's just a -1 CB, right? So basically it's like a CB1 for 3. So CB1 for like 1 feels a bit too extra, unless you think like you can CB1 at grade 2, then CB again at grade 3, plus the CB2. They use a lot of CB though, but then your whole field is just full of tokens already. But yeah, good job coming first. And then lastly, we have Prison. All right, we've got the Prison stuff. All right, first here, let's see, pretty standard Prison list. Lots of orders, things like that. Very SP, yeah. But otherwise, a pretty solid list. And then here we've got 4 Melty Kiss. This is a very heavy order build. You know, four of this. Is it Melty Kiss? Or is it something hard? I think it's like heart, right? Something hard, Melty Heart? Yeah, Melty Heart, probably that. I don't know why I got it confused. Is Melty Kiss? What is Melty Kiss? It's like a Hershey's Kisses or something like that? Is that a chocolate? I can't remember. Yeah, no, it's got 4 of the defensive order, then still running 2 of the offensive order. So it's got everything. And then because you kind of have to run this, you have to run 4 Lamones to kind of stack up your Prison a lot. But I like that. I like this defensive style, man. I like that. So, I'll give it a try. Been playing a lot of different builds. I like the Prison World style, where you run the grade 2 Moonlight to get the Shadow Army token. It's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun. And then here we have just pretty much a standard Prison list with the offensive order. That's kind of it. Next, another Prison list is nothing really special, to be honest. I really don't like that card, but yeah, pretty special. What is with these lists? Why are they so low quality? Okay, we're back. We've got Diotra, right? Vanguard overdress got 9th place. Whew, so close to top 8 card, but that's what it is. This time, Tamari would be proud. Yeah, getting at 9. That's it's so rough, man. It's so rough. I like it. It's got two of the defense. He's got the split as well. He's got the nice split going on, so you can have a bit of everything. Yeah, I think the rest of the list is pretty good. So good job, man. And then lastly, we have Malik Mahari with the shop tournament. First place was Dane with Seraph Snow. Second was Fat Man with Seraph Snow. And third was Hariz with Bastion. So only 2 turquoise. 2 turquoise, really? I feel like you need more, man. Oh, it's like 4 grapple. I guess like this goes online earlier, so you can push earlier. But I feel like you don't need this grade 20 anymore. Just run 2 more of this. But But yeah, otherwise, all right, good job, man. Good job. Next, we have another one, another Seraph Snow. Yeah, I don't know why, like, some people like running the Executioner card, but I don't like it. But yeah, and he's running 2 Lamones as well, but with nothing to kind of put it towards, so I don't know. I feel like this is kind of unneeded. You can run other things. Run more of the Violet, I guess, would be pretty good. But otherwise, second place is a good job. And third place we got Hariz with Bastion. Yeah, it's got one of the downswing order. Oh, Tulipisto! Wow! This like old set 1 tech creeping back into set 2 Bastion, but it's not a bad card, right? It restands. Now with a triple drive, you can expect it to restand more often. Alright, you'd likely get like, 3s and trigger along the lines, nice combo. He's also running 3 Falsos. Yeah, I can see that, big boost is good. Yep, good job everyone. That is all for the JP side. Now we have a quick EN one. I think a lot of people are just more waiting for the EN to go to set 2 before posting. But yeah, we have the only Eugene deck you're gonna see today, right? This is the only Eugene deck. This is from Vaughn, right? And Eugene went undefeated at his tournament. So I don't think this was Vaughn himself, but it's a Eugene, right? I don't know if we can meme on Eugene going to the next set anymore. I think the meme in the next set is Phantom Blaster Dragon, because Eugene actually gets slightly alright. It's not the worst deck in the format anymore. So this is the last time you go, wow, this meme deck topped, right? Good job to the player. Then we've got some Bruce decks. This is from Hypnos. Final Bruce list I've been using for set 1 for the past month at locals. The same list has been played to 4-0, 3-1, 3-1, and 4-0. So that's good. It means you're consistent. All right. Today, they're all best of 3s as well. Today, 2-1 Bastion, 2-1 Hex, 2-1 Bruce, 2-1 Hexaorb, and 2-0 Bastion. Right. So good. Focusing on that consistency. And then next set, this deck will be consistently broken. I can feel it. So yeah. Good job on staying consistent. Make sure to stay consistent. That's how you don't be like a one-time, one-trick, right? Gotta make sure you're doing solidly at the local level. Then at the big tournaments, then you kind of, there's less of them, but you want to stay solid there as well, right? So good job. Next, we have Blueberry. A little late, but I got first at locals this past weekend with Hexaorb. Thanks for everyone for the fun and games. Okay, yeah, Hexaorb, set 1 Hexaorb. This deck gets really good. I think this deck's really good. So you only have to suffer with this. I don't know if you suffer. You might have a lot of fun, and that's good too. But next set, tomorrow, this deck, huge revamp. Very, very strong in my opinion. Very strong. So I think there's still a lot more that can be developed with this list as well. The Hexaorb lists in set 2. So that's a good thing. And then lastly for EN, we have Derek Dow posting the WCC VGCS Perth on the previous weekend. If you want to check it out, there is a VOD for that on our channel. We did do commentary for it, and you can see all of the top 8. And first place is actually Hexaorb deck as well, right? Lots of Hexaorbing going along. Some of the games are insane, all right? We saw a lot of over triggers being triggered, then the counter over trigger, and then crits for days, double triggers. This was insanity. There's a list that Jeremy Redshot won with first place. Sorry if I ruined your last name. Yeah, good job, man. We saw those games. It was really fun and exciting. All right, very exciting. Second place, we have the Derek Dow himself with Bastion. He decided to go Metadog, but unfortunately his luck was not good enough. Right, that's what happens. What happens when you only play the deck for meta, right? You should have played Bruce instead, right? I guess he's probably sick of Bruce by now. But he's gonna top with every single deck. Right? Where's your Hexaorb, man? Where's your Eugene top? Come on, man. What's going on? Third place were Raiden Taylor with Orfist, and this guy, I think he played Derek in top 4, and boy, that was a dirty game. That was a dirty game. Just saying. Yeah, a good job in the third place, and then fourth place we've got Brody with Bruce. This is a pretty straightforward deck. Gingans, Brody, Colossus, what? I guess. All right, so it's all right. I'll give you that. You came 4. All right. not bad. And then top 8 was Camelo with Eugene, or is it Vigene? I don't know how to say the hybrid name. Yeah, it is Eugene with the Virina tech, so you can get the best of like kind of both worlds. He only ran 2 Trickstar. That was the question, was how many Trickstar is he running? And I think we settled at 2. And then I guess we're right? So good job, Camelo. Next we have is, I think this is Chea Jex with Bruce. So again with the 2 Brody tech, 2 protobulbs only. One brother soul, really? Bit of a weird choice. Triggers everywhere. It's got like all the triggers, I think. Third, we've got Brendan Atkinson with Nirvana. This is the kind of set 1 Nirvana, only 3 Valientes. I think that's okay. I think Valiente is a bit of a trap if you play too many of it. It's not really, you hardly want to use the effect as well. It's mainly the pressure you want. So Valiente, you can kind of cut it down, add more cards that you like. Did he run the right? So I think he started with the Trickstars. There's 4 DSR Trickstars. Actually, this whole thing is pretty bling bling, man. Not bad, man. Good job. And then the last deck was Jared McCracken with Bastion. And look at these SP Aldens. Is this a control Bastion? Yeah, this is control Bastion. So different from YOLO Bastion. All right, 3 down swings. Yep. All right, good job, man. All right, and that is all for the EN this week. Very short EN standard, but hopefully we're going to see a lot more next week as well. All right, moving on, we have V. Right, there's still V. This is Haruki. So the WFC had an 8-man tourney today, and first place was Zen and Storm with Dota X undefeated. Right, still just doing work. Hope it up. Someone dies. Second place was Lonio Rocky with Astral Poet. All right, this is good. Yeah, one of the top contenders, I guess, in standard at the moment, just because you can kill the prism. Did everyone just stop playing prisms? Is that the thing? Everyone. This is a Highlander, right? So not prism, but Highlander. Went to Jojo. Was it Jojo? Okay. And then fourth place was Haruki playing Bermuda Highlander as well. Is that a is that a proxy? Yeah, it's a Highlander deck. So Highlander still very much loved. Very much loved, right? That's the Ram fan club members for the great time. I'm gonna read you top decks. It's for fun. Yeah, for fun, man. Enjoy yourself. Next we have a Japanese list, Gold Paladin list, Spectral Duke. Very straightforward. Huh? What is this card? There's actually some weird cards. Not that straightforward. Huh. Weird. Alright, weird. Interesting, but the rest of it is pretty straightforward. And then next we have is a Chaos list, right? Chaos Breaker. I can't wait for more Chaos, man. More Starvaders coming out. Ooh. V-Lock. Enjoy it while you guys can. Next we have a Kuroneko with not a Bermuda list, not a Pale Moon list. It's like a Dementia Police list, right? V Premium, he came 4th of this. Brad Black Zeal. Last game got hard sacked by Angmo Lang. Regalia better than Dodex. Interesting. But you went to play Dementia Police. Zeal, really? Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. And then we have Beckham again. We haven't seen him for a while, I think. He's got his map back, it looks like. So he's got his Highlander deck back as well. Came in at 2nd place after semi-bricking first round. Too bad Card Dweeb didn't play this week. Kai followed me on Twitter when. Well, if you know the chain of events, I did follow you after reading this. And then I followed Card Dweeb as well. I was going, isn't Card Dweeb in America? Not Singapore, right? Yeah, so that's where that follow came from. So now you guys know. Man. And then lastly, we got Hikawa Skies. And it's got that Bang Dream Shikishi in a Highlander. Is it Highlander deck? Yeah, it's a Highlander deck. Yeah, good job. 3rd place of Highlander. Good job. It's nice. Ooh, so many Highlander decks, right? Everyone got sick of Prism already. Lastly, we have some premium lists. This was by the Animal Man at the Ben's Collection tournament. There were some custom bans. I think a lot of people are playing around with custom bans for premium because that is the one format that everyone really agrees on that there needs to be banned. So Nuadio to 0, Gastile to 0. Wow, what's it? Nuadio, Gastile Die Monas to 0, Fenrir and Taro to 0, BM and Valk to 0, stands to 4. Stands to 4? I don't know if we need that, but yeah, they can do whatever they want. Yomo 33 of DP. Yeah, Dimension Police, nice. Pretty good. I think this is kind of what a Dimension Police deck should look like, but I'm not sure if you're a Zeal though. I'm not sure if you're a Zeal. I can never see Dialine. You know, you want to play some bulky defenses. This all looks a bit more aggressive though, and the Miracle Beauties and all that. So okay, that's pretty interesting. Second place we've got Robo Frenzy with Blouse. Blouse? Really? Blouse? I could think of like, I reckon I can think of a lot more decks that would do better than Blouse, but I guess Blouse are Blouse, right? I guess Blouse are Blouse. So Nova, Blouse do their thing, you know, Novas do their thing. So yeah, not bad. Good job, Robo Frenzy. Third, the Animal Man playing Grey Nature. Yeah, I think Grey Nature should do pretty well, right? I mean, they got so much Stoicheia support as well. You can see him running the Bind Zone Killer. Yeah. Sends everything back. Running 2 of that. Right? That's interesting. Right? Do you really need 2? Are there that many things that bind right now in your meta? Yeah. Otherwise, Grey Nature I think is a very strong deck. You know, I don't think there's any is there any Mary Martins in this deck? That's not a Mary Martin, right? Yeah. It's just playing like a normal Grey Nature multi-attack deck, it seems. So good job. And then 4th place was Mr. Clown of Dodex. Yeah, he's even be able to pin some new Nahalems. Because if you ride it, you get it out for free. Yeah, Dodex. Yeah, the rest of the deck just seems pretty standard. So good job, guys. And then we have, what is this? Yeah, so this is the list we just saw, the Great Nature deck. This is his tournament result. He played against Messiah. He played against, lost against Blau. He had to G-assist. Nice. Lost to Dimension Police. Opponent pulled an over trigger. Well, nice. And then he won against Overlord. All right, so great. Yeah, all of your favorite deck. It's good. And then we have the Messiah list here. This is the 6th place Messiah list. Okay, it's does it have a G zone? Oh, is it left? Ah, there it is. So Flageolet, Integral. I think you can replace Flageolet. Where's the Basalt? Basaltus is here. I feel like you can like run other stuff. You got Amnesty. Okay. All right. That's nice. I'm just running the kind of V Messiahs build with some old GB ones. Okay. All right. That's good to see. Then we got Noto. Took first at different fights FRF custom banless premium event, going 3-1 in Swiss and 2-0 in top 4. It's always matchup in thought. Yeah, so he's got a whole report here as well. What was banned here in this one was Noida banned, Gastile was banned, Bendy was banned, so you can't do Superior Ride PB Phantom Blaster anymore. Zarzan was banned, Invisible Songster was banned, Taro's restricted to 1, and your stand triggers cannot restand Valkyrie or Blade Master Vision token. So he played Dark Irregulars. So Diamond Ass got banned, but he was playing some, and then he was playing some like interesting like toolboxy Dark Irregulars list. Also had a Baromagnes. You know what Baromagnes can get? Get a bunch of good stuff, right? You can get Guard Restricts. You get Guard Restricts. You get Hope and Dump, which is a Guard Restrict. Right, so it's pretty good. I think it's all right. This was the G zone as well. I was running. It's got that. Look at that old card, man. Remember that? It's got alarms. Yeah, it's got a bit of everything. So good job. And then we have a Nirvana premium list. Nirvana premium NirvanaKumo list. Are we on the right? Are we in the correct timeline here? I was about to say time zone. But yeah, it's not infinite loop, it seems. I don't see the dual weapon. I don't see the Tamba. Has it got Nuadio? He's got 1 Nuadio. He can actually pull off Nuadio if he gets like a bunch of Metamorphox and Prisma, right? So it's not that bad. Maybe, was there a custom list? I mean, you could just run Hugo instead, but you know, Nirvana, Persona Ride. Like this, you don't make Excel circles as well, which is kind of iffy, but I guess a Borrow Keeper can kind of get Persona Rides keep on going, right? Yeah, it's kind of a weird list. A lot of these NirvanaKumo cards are like, what do they even do? Is it just like a normal slam and jam list? maybe. Yeah, but seems pretty interesting. And then what is this second? Oh, this is another picture, right? A different angled picture. So Dragon Empire NirvanaKumo, Drag Vader, so is strong. But how does he even get to, like, I mean, sure, the overtrigger is strong, but there's gotta be something we're missing, right? How does he get to the, like maximum over? Is it, does he keep on restanding his Vanguard? Because I think there's like a way where you put back same copies on your field back to the deck to keep on restanding. But how does he get cards back? Huh. Yeah, if you guys know, let me know. Send me something in the comments. Those are the Excel circles. They can't do it too many times, right? But I'm pretty sure that's the restander. All right. And then we got this is like a nice chaos list, right? You know, four V chaos, breaker, 4 close, even 2 crisis, right? 2 crisis. So revival collection. Let's go. Let's go. Right there. That's your entire package. But you know, you've got Deluge, you got Chaos Universe, Avalanche Glue Ball Dragon, you know, perfect, great card. Feel like you can stuff in an Avalanche on it, but you know, you've got the gift killer as well. So a pretty good list. I think it's a pretty standard chaos list and pretty easy to build right now, except maybe for the close. That might be a bit hard. The rest is just pretty standard. You can probably place the close as well. Run the leader that forces your opponent to can't flip cards at the end of turn. And then lastly, we have an interesting Nova list here with the this is like a turbo Ultima list, right? He's got Ultima, he's got a Gize that you just put in your deck, and like, okay, there's a lot of these cheese builds out there for premium. The whole plan of this is get to GB3 ASAP, and then you Ultima with a Brandgate trigger. You call 2 of this out with Ultima, right? Because what he does is when he attacks on turn, you soul blast 1 and you stand it. So you call this 2 out, put a crit and the Brandgate trigger on top, or you put a stand, something like that on top with a crit, and then you can have fun, right? You can like attack with these first, stand them with the stand trigger. Now they have crits, you can stand them in again. But like the thing is, like, the crit kind of goes to waste, but the power, I guess, doesn't, right? If you're able to hit them to 5, then sure. But yeah, they stand again, but oh, they have their own effect, they can stand too. So things like that. The rest of it is just, yeah, just turbo, you know, he's just running Cray Elementals with Zarzan and things like that. But he doesn't, like, it just feels like such a janky deck, because what happens if you draw? What happens if you draw your Brandgate trigger, right? You just lose? I mean, you could just play normally, just put crits to the top, and then just bash like that, but the power lines aren't like too big, I guess, which is what I like, kind of questionable, I guess. So I don't know, it feels very, very all in, but it's one of those stupid cheese lists that you build. You go to your friend's house, hey, do you want to play premium? I promise I'm not playing Blade Master, and then you randomly combo them and they feel really awful. So that's it. Stupid cheese list, right? All right, but that is it. That is nearly an hour still. I was supposed to speedrun this, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Again, if you want to post your list, hashtag VG Top Decks on Twitter. Otherwise, go to our Discord and you can post lists there. Just bear in mind that I do prefer you to post on Twitter, just because it comes in with everything. The formatting's not weird. It won't look like this, right? But like normally, if you post on Discord, it's gonna look like this but worse. And so you have to put all your stuff at the end, and it looks kind of jank. So yeah, stay safe out there. I know Delta variant is kind of a big thing. That's why I'm stuck at home, but I know a lot of other places are actually insane right now. So stay safe. I would rather you guys not get sick than risk going out and playing in a tournament and getting sick, right? So stay safe, everyone, and hopefully next week, when next week comes along, we're gonna see a lot of lists from the EN side. Maybe more innovations, which would be a good thing. So waiting for that, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.